See the shirt I got on, right? It's that Black Panther shit. Yup. Anyway, I don't know. I want to get up here and put more paint in the ink where it ain't. Dealing with these people known as Hispanic people. Uh, you've been here from day one. Them people are the newcomers. They wish to play the caste system because that's all they got. They're not as talented. They don't bring anything to the table. They're frail. But what they will do is still, they will copy your likeness and just copycat you and then be trying to kill you and hate you. They're very emotional. They drive emotional, uh, very hateful, very spiteful. Uh, because they trapped in our bubble, they don't create nothing. We influence everything they do. They be dancing, doing our dances mad at us and shit. What the fuck kind of shit is that? And no, I'm gonna let them know. I guess they see it on me. I ain't even gonna lie because they be, I be going to drive through and they see that it's a black man and or he look like me and they want to play their games. It don't fade me though, cause I'm gonna tell you something. That cash shit, that racial shit with them, it don't work. It's like you trying to put a flea up against a spider. You know, it's just disrespectful because you know that there's some people in higher places that set the stage for these people to come here after we were invaded and conquered and put these other creatures in here, these other entities, and they don't have no rhythm. They're awkward. I remember when I was young, that first wave of immigration, when I would be like walking in public places, them people would walk right into me. And I literally would like to say that I was like a teacher to a lot of them because I would have to point out, nah, move over. I had to tell them because, and even still today, they are definitely challenged and poor in stuff like spatial intelligence and poor in rhythm. So it's like we're teaching these creatures how to function and exist in society because they come from sub-societal levels in terms of Mexico versus America, and the disparity of just stuff that we have that they don't, that set them apart from us because uh, it's just like night and day. And so because of that, a lot of times you have these immigrants that are they look at you with green eyes. And so for me, I don't acknowledge them. I know a few good people from all races, but for the most part, I don't have no friends. I don't fuck with them. If it's any business and they have known good products, well, if I can't get it from my folks, I might fuck with them. But other than that, it's just easy just to separate from them. So that's why I like the thing that Trump is talking about with the segregation. Like, I ain't got to fuck with you. That's perfect. I think, matter of fact, I think we would do better. And this is just me. Some people gonna look at me and like, nigga, you crazy. But I think we can do better, much better, if we just, fuck with ourselves and not even fuck with them. Because if anything, it's an unfair balance. They get more from us, just like what Trump was saying. They get more from us, like China. Then we have, they don't, they take from us, but don't give nothing back. So I feel that. I feel like that with these other people and these other cultures that for some reason have to be here. I don't know why. I guess it's part of the conquest thing. Is that they have to, because America was conquered. Yeah, I'm clear on that. Is that they had to have use immigration as a fancy term for the colonizers' help, because they had to have people that can help put their foot on your ass. And every time they come, they always are briefed and given this narrative about our people. And so a lot of times they be trying to outdo each other on how, to oppress us. But I'm clear that man to man and dealing with them close up and personal, they're scary. But if they see that there's any kind of like disparity, you know, where it's somebody like a woman versus a man or a group of men, then you're gonna see a whole nother aggressive side of them, and that's just interesting in the fact that that's like some creature shit, uh, and I understand if you want fair, you're gonna have to go to Pomona. So we know that these people are not playing fair. They won't even admit the truth. And when you call them on shit like cultural shit, like I see them pop locking on these videos and acting like Crips and Bloods now, dressing like us, rapping like us. And when you tell them about that, they hate that shit. They get real racial and shit, you know. But I'm gonna keep it in front of their face. Why don't you create your own music? And another thing they do, they real culture vultures, right? A lot of shit that we create, our ancestors and stuff, like Motown and shit, they'll be creating these groups on Facebook acting like they black, but inserting their own version of Mexican history in a lot of these bios, like the Brother Johnson, the dude that was, used to play the bass guitar real good. I read this bio about this dude's birth. It was his birthday. He rests in peace. And this lady said that he was motivated as a young man by mariachi bands. Mariachi bands, it's not, even though it's LA, they're not a big, huge influence. They have that culture here because you have these modern day Hispanics, Latinos that, definitely, play mariachi. But our people never was like, we didn't coexist like you think until like maybe the 70s and 80s or whatever. Other than that, early on, the immigration, it was just us for the longest in LA. And I know the truth. And then something happened. They started immigrating people. You know what I'm saying? We used to help them. I remember the dudes got, for the Zusu killing and all that, they had to get the black church to help them out because they didn't have no strong community back then. See, but if you don't read, they're not gonna tell you this. They're gonna tell you that your people came out here in California. They're not gonna tell you that it was the black Latin speaking lost pobladores is what they call these black families, right? Because we know, a lot of us know. When you know, you know. You know that Mexico was black and it got conquered. Just like a lot of these Americas have gotten conquered. You know what I'm saying? And they put these other people in place who are not Mexicans and who had a strong aversion against the original Mexican dark people. And so that's why you have the system that you have right now in Mexico. It's a caste system, right? They don't have nothing else but their inferior skin tone. And so they use it like a credit card or something. Oh, I'm lighter, so I'm better. You never could be better than me because you lighter. That's weakness. So when we just hitting corners with this conversation. And what we're doing is we're talking about these so-called people. And you know what I found out the other day? That the dude, Cesar Chavez, in the 1970s, he posed a strike against the United States government to stop immigrating these illegal, under the table paid aliens to come because it was stealing away from the workforce and the economy in California. So even the regular Mexican American, shout out to Cesar Chavez, up north farmers, I liked them. I used to did some time with them, even though times have changed. They were cool and respectable, but it was always something about these so-called Southern Mexicans. They couldn't live with the fact that we were a better people. With them or without them, we was already here doing what we was doing, and a lot of our relatives are Spanish-speaking people, uh, and so it's just something when you have to make the connection. You have to be your own detective, right? Because you see all of this good old, archaeological stuff that proves, when you see these statues, when you see this stonework, when you see these murals all over Mexico and all on these temple ruins of beautiful black people, then these other motherfuckers just haters.